everyone, my name is Rafiat and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of stopping by, you're welcome, and if you're an old subscriber, you're also welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this really lovely delicacy. It's one of those delicacies that is most ordered on restaurant menus, so trust me, it's worth the hype. So let's begin. Since we're making butter chicken and flatbread, it makes sense to start off with some chicken. The truth is you can use any part of chicken for this recipe, but most of the time, the original owners of this recipe use chicken breast, and that's what I'm going to be using today. So I've thoroughly washed the chicken breast, and all I'm doing now is to cut into chewable chunks. So to marinate the chicken, I'm just going to add some seasoning powder, mixed herbs, some ginger powder, black pepper, paprika, chili pepper and salt. I'm just going to mix everything together. The truth is, at this stage you can use any spices of your choice, so feel free to use your favorite spices. That's fine. I just used anything I could lay my hands on. To that I added some vegetable oil, and again I'm going to mix everything together. So this is just for marinating the chicken, so feel free and use any spice mix that you want to. But one thing I love to do is to add yogurt, okay, just like the original owners of the recipe do. And the reason you have to add yogurt is that yogurt is a very good tenderizer for meat, especially chicken. Apart from tenderizing it, it's going to make the chicken moist, okay? So always add a little bit of yogurt to your marinade, especially for chicken. Now come closer. This is where the secret lies. For that rich and vibrant color that butter chicken always has, make sure you add some turmeric powder to the marinade, okay? And after that, go ahead and add the chicken into the marinade and mix thoroughly. Make sure that every piece of chicken is well coated. Continue stirring everything together until well combined. And once you're done with this, go ahead and marinate for a few hours to a few minutes. I always do 1 hour in the refrigerator, but you can skip that. You can go ahead and prepare the butter chicken without marinating. Now I'm adding the chicken to the frying pan. And when you're frying your chicken, feel free to use butter, melted butter, margarine or vegetable oil, but butter does the job. I mean, it's called butter chicken for a reason, right? So now all you have to do is go ahead and stir fry the chicken until chewable, until tender. And this should take about 5 to 10 minutes on medium to low heat. So repeat this process until the chicken looks good, until the chicken is ready. So after stir frying the chicken for a few minutes, go ahead and take them out of the frying pan. And one thing I want you to know is that the base of the chicken, after taking off the chicken, this base, make sure you don't discard it. It's part of what we need. It's very important for this recipe if you want to get it correctly, so don't discard this. So this is the base I'm talking about. Don't discard it, okay? Very important. Now I'm going in with some butter, and I prefer to use unsalted butter for this recipe. It's always better to use unsalted butter so that you can control the other ingredients, the other salt and everything else you're going to add. All I'm doing now is to melt the butter. Please use butter, okay? Don't use vegetable oil, use butter. Just do it the way I'm doing it in this video. It gives the best results when you use butter. So I just added some onions. Now I'm going in with some minced garlic and ginger. Stir fry everything for about a minute or two, and after that, go ahead and add some chopped tomatoes. It's okay. Yes, I know. My tomatoes look really big, right? Don't worry about it. We're going to, solve all that later on in the cooking process. So now fry everything and add some pepper for that heat, okay? Add as much as you can handle. I kept mine quite, on the low because I already added some chili pepper to the chicken. And now this recipe is a very rich one. It's a very spicy one. So I'm going to prepare a spice base for the sauce, okay? You can use any spice mix of your choice, but please, turmeric is very important, okay? Because of that vibrant color. I mentioned this earlier. Turmeric, very important. Some people prefer using food color, but I mean, why use food color when turmeric does the job? So now after mixing the spices on screen, I just added that to the base that has been frying. Now another secret is to add some cashew nuts. Yes, cashew nuts. Just like the original owners of this recipe, how they do it. It's Indian in origin and I'm just following it exactly the way it is. If you follow this recipe, then you will know that it's worth the hype, like I said. And I know on restaurant menus, people order butter chicken a lot. It's one of the most popular Indian dishes, okay? After frying the sauce, go ahead and allow it to cool down for about 5 minutes before blending until thoroughly smooth, just the way you say it. Now, one thing I like to do is to pass through a sieve. The truth is you can go ahead and finish up the cooking process without passing through a sieve, but this recipe is known to have this butter chicken is known to have a very rich texture, and one way I achieve that rich texture is to pass through a sieve. So go ahead and pass through a sieve, and if you have any chaff or leftover, blend again and repeat the whole process of passing through a sieve, and that's it. And this is what we have. I love the really vibrant color. Like I said, you can achieve this color by adding turmeric, so don't miss it, okay? So now let's continue. All you have to do is pour this back into the frying pan, okay? And everything you're doing at this point should be done on low heat. So now I'm adding some coconut milk. The truth is you can use cooking cream in place of coconut milk, but I prefer using coconut milk because of the rich flavor it adds to this dish. Everything you're doing, like I said, should be done on low heat. Continue stirring this on low heat, please. Emphasis on low heat. Don't be tempted to use high heat. Continue doing this until it starts to bubble in a beautiful way, just the way you see it. And naturally, it's going to start getting thick, as you can see in this video. And once that happens, that should take about 1 to 3 minutes. Add the chicken back. The chicken we prepared earlier. Add this back into the sauce and stir everything together, making sure that everything is well combined. You're going to allow this on low heat for another 5 minutes, okay? And that's it. Butter chicken is really easy to make but super flavorful. This is truly one of the most flavorful dishes I have ever made, and it's really lovely. You can see that the ingredients were basic ingredients that you can whip up and make something really yummy. You're going to love this, trust me. Most people enjoy their butter chicken with flatbread, so let's make it. It's very easy to make and basic ingredients. All you have to do is mix some yeast, sugar and warm water together and set aside for about 5 minutes so that the yeast can, activate. Add some salt to some all-purpose flour, add some sugar, and that's it for the dry ingredients. Mix everything together, making sure you get to every corner of the bowl. That's just to make sure everything is well combined. Now add the yeast mixture and add some yogurt. That's it. Basic ingredients, right? Mix everything together using your hand this time around. Clean hands, please. And after that, go ahead and transfer to a flat surface and add some olive oil. You can use melted butter, melted margarine, vegetable oil, but I prefer to use olive oil for my flatbread recipes. Now go ahead and combine everything together. Luckily, this bread does not require so much kneading, so about 2 minutes kneading and you're done. Transfer this to a greased bowl and set aside for about 1 hour or until it doubles in size. After 1 hour, this is what we have, and I'm just going to transfer this to a flat surface. Please always sprinkle a little bit of flour on your surface. Now divide the dough into your desired size. I did 8 pieces. Yes, I did 8 pieces. You can do bigger if you want your flatbread to be, bigger in size. Pick each piece and flatten the dough. We're making flatbread, remember? So flatten the dough, not too thin, not too thick. And once you're done with that, go ahead and place the flattened dough on a greased pan. You can use butter, margarine, or vegetable oil to grease a pan. Lightly grease, okay? We're not frying, just light greasing. Allow each side for about 5 minutes on low heat. After that, flip over and allow the second side for another 5 minutes on low heat, okay? I like doing this on low heat so that the bread cooks through. All you're going to do now is to repeat the process for all the flattened pieces and look out for bubbles when you want to flip, okay? When you see your bubbles, it means the bread is rising perfectly, and that's when you flip. So repeat this process until you're done with all the flattened pieces. To make the glaze, combine some melted butter, some chopped herbs and some garlic together. We're making garlic flatbread, okay? Garlic naan bread. All you have to do is mix, like I said, melted butter, some chopped herbs of your choice, and some garlic together. Now that the glaze is ready, our garlic glaze is ready, what I'm going to do now is to brush the glaze on the flatbread. Brush on each flatbread and repeat this until all the flatbreads get exhausted. And that's it. Look how beautiful this flatbread looks. And now that the butter chicken is ready, the flatbread is ready. It's time to enjoy. Okay, most people like to have this delicacy with flatbread. One thing I love about this meal is how flavorful it is. The flavor coming from the butter chicken combined with that of the flatbread is amazing. Is what every hype. No wonder this dish is very popular. You should try it, okay? Now, some other people like to enjoy this meal alongside rice. So rice, flatbread, and butter chicken. It's an amazing combination. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye!